welcome back to the Skift Daily Briefing. It's Tuesday, May 12th. I'm Sarah Dandishi, and today, as we all know, airfares are going up, but Spirit's shutdown may have just made it worse. The Iran war's damage to travel company bottom lines is now fully on the books, and two major hotel CEOs are arguing about what letter of the alphabet best describes the economy. Let's get into it. First up, if you've noticed airfares creeping up, buckle up because they're going higher. Here's the double whammy. Fuel costs have already triggered 5 industry-wide fare increases this year. The average domestic airfare the week of April 27th was $365, up from $295 the same week last year. That's a 23% jump, and that was before Spirit Airlines shut down. Now, Spirit may have been the butt of jokes, but it had a real impact on keeping fares low, what analysts call the Spirit effect. Studies showed that average fares fell as much as 17% on routes where Spirit flew. It operated on 13% of nonstop domestic routes in the U.S., with its biggest presence up and down the East Coast. Now that it's gone, competitors have more pricing power. JetBlue, Frontier, and others are rushing in to fill Spirit's routes, which could soften the blow in some markets. But one travel deal site is already projecting economy fares will rise 15 to 20% due to fuel alone. The bottom line, less competition plus higher fuel costs equals higher fares. The travelers who will feel it the most are budget-conscious flyers, people earning under $75,000 a year who were already being squeezed before Spirit disappeared. Next up, first quarter earnings season is officially over, and the Iran war toll on the travel industry is now fully documented. And no surprise, it is not pretty. Airlines got hit hardest. American Airlines now expects fuel to add $4 billion in expenses this year. United cut its earnings forecast by roughly $4 to $5 per share, and JetBlue suspended full-year guidance entirely. Alaska, Air Canada, and Air New Zealand did the same. Now, cruise lines aren't far behind. Royal Caribbean, Carnival, and Norwegian all slashed profit forecasts, with Norwegian's guidance cut nearly in half. Carnival alone is projecting more than $500 million in additional fuel costs, and they don't hedge. The bright spots, hotels actually held up. Marriott and Hilton both raised their annual RevPAR forecasts, betting on strong U.S. domestic demand. Airbnb raised full-year guidance too, expecting revenue growth in the low to mid-teens. What does this ultimately mean? Well, the Iran war didn't just raise fuel costs, it reshuffled who wins and who loses across the entire travel industry. Airlines and cruises are absorbing billions in losses, while hotels and short-term rentals are quietly picking up the demand that's redirecting away from international travel. And finally, a little inside baseball that's worth paying attention to. Two of the biggest hotel CEOs reported earnings within 8 days of each other this spring, and both told essentially the same story. Mid-tier and select service hotels are recovering, not just luxury, but they couldn't agree on how to describe it. Hilton CEO Chris Nassetta called it a C-shaped economy, a convergence where middle-market hotels are catching up to luxury. Marriott CEO Tony Capuano made the same argument, but without the alphabet branding, pointing to select service RevPAR up 3.5% after declining in Q4. Here's the thing, both CEOs are pointing to a real shift. Americans are prioritizing travel over buying stuff, even in lower income brackets. Credit card data backs that up, but more people are driving to their destinations rather than flying, which is also boosting mid-tier road trip hotels. But here's the nuance. Luxury is still outpacing everything else, and both companies have massive development pipelines riding on this mid-tier recovery thesis. As Skift's Rafa Ali put it, it's a bet made with conviction, but it's still a bet. In a nutshell, the fee machine at both Hilton and Marriott is working beautifully, regardless of what letter you assign the economy. But whether the middle truly catches up to luxury, well, that is a story still being written. That's it for your Skift Daily Briefing. For more industry news, head to skift.com. And as always, subscribe at skift.com/daily. Thanks so much for listening.